Locker room as the players get set for the game ahead, looking to make a big splash here tonight. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Here with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And here we can check out the story for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Joel Embiid is out there with Trendon Watford. And it's George in at the small forward position. And for the Bucks, inside they have Giannis and Turner. Then there's Gary Trent. Then it's Green. And it's Rollins in at the point guard position. All right, Richard, what's something we often see in the second game of a back-to-back?
A lot of times you see tired players, but that's part of it. Can you play through that fatigue? That's a big portion of being an NBA player.
So Milwaukee wins the tip. Outside, Green. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Going inside. Oh, and the dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
Maxey passes to Watford. Now here's Maxey, tightly guarded, and that one drops for him.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks making one of the most surprising moves of the summer, waiving and stretching the over $113 million owed to Damian Lillard, and then signing the starting center of their arch-rival Pacers, Miles Turner. A bold move to say the least, but they feel he's a perfect addition.
A two-way talent. All right, Shams, thanks very much. Here's Edgecombe, coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Maxey on the wing. Philadelphia moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. And Edgecombe, the bucket on the assist from Maxey.
Heads up on the money pass by Maxey. Great vision.
Antetokounmpo finds Green. Here's Rollins. Maxey covering. Green, the pass to Trent. Now Antetokounmpo. Back to Trent. Takes the 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. And Maxey's got the ball here for Philadelphia. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Milwaukee this season. Pass to Rollins. That's tipped. Antetokounmpo outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. I asked him what he told his guys before going up against Joel Embiid, and he said, quote, "I told them to get into him. Always get a hand up and do your best to guard without fouling. Embiid excels at baiting defenders, but we can't afford to give him 3 points at the line." Back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Pass to Rollins. Back to Trent to win the cold spell. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And Maxey's got the ball here for the 76ers. 3-point lead. George's shot is good.
Yeah, muscling his way for the bucket. George doing what he does best.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
You know what time it is, Bucks fans. Give it up for your 414 crew.
Kuzma's checked in for the Bucks. Anthony comes in for Rollins. And this break in action gives us a chance to see which teams are getting it done from distance. It's the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The Bucks second.
Instead of just bombing away, they work hard to create good looks from beyond the arc.
The Bucks trail by 5. There's 53 seconds left in the opening quarter. Turner, a screen on Edwards. Kuzma, the pass to Turner. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Milwaukee shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Milwaukee, Miles Turner. One shot.
That one misses for Turner.
When you think about Turner, one of the best shot blockers in the league, who can also score at all 3 levels.
Back to McCain. It's Grimes on the wing. Green covering. Here's the 3. Grimes' shot is off. Bucks trail by 3. Here's Kuzma, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Anthony, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Turner from downtown. Can't get it to drop. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Philadelphia on top. They lead by 3. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, what's your take on the Sixers so far?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
In rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
So on the floor for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Jared McCain out there with Maxey. Then there's Edwards. Then there's Quentin Grimes. And it's Bona in at the 5. Here's Coffey. Here's Kuzma. And Grimes pulls it down. Steps back. Here's McCain. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Cole Anthony. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. A different look for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Kuzma. Gary Trent Jr. comes in for Coffey. And it's Rollins in for Harris. The 76ers also with a sub. Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And both free throws good for McCain.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
On the wing, Anthony. Trent outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. This one for 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
They just weren't careful with the rock. The passing was loose. The ball handling was lackluster. That's not how you win in this league.
Hopefully this is a reality check for them. Teams in this league are just too good. You will be punished for your mistakes.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. The Sixers, they want to get over the top. Joel Embiid said, I've accomplished everything individually, but there's one thing missing, which is to win a championship. We have to do whatever it takes to make sure that in the postseason, I'm healthy and as dominant as I've ever been. Back to you.
His health is key. Allie, we appreciate the report. Now here's Anthony. No points so far. Throws it up high. Whoa! Antetokounmpo flying.
Throw it up to the rim and let Giannis hammer it home. Never a bad idea.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Maxey feeling it out a bit. Up top, Embiid. Shoots over Portis. Embiid can't hit.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make them all.
And Anthony slams it in.
Yeah, a gifted passer. Antetokounmpo has won multiple MVPs for his all-around game.
.149 left in the first half. Outside Maxey. Now Embiid, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them, and the shot goes in.
A list of guys as strong as Joel Embiid in this league is very short.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Different look for Milwaukee. Turner comes in for Portis. And Green is subbed in for Anthony. Philadelphia also making some changes. Watford's checked in for Walker. George comes in for McCain. And it's Edgecombe in for Tyrese Maxey. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Pass to Rollins. Back to Antetokounmpo. The Greek freak.
And Giannis has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
Here's Edgecombe. Philadelphia moving it around. Outside Grimes. Jacks up a 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
Here's Edgecombe. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. George's shot is good.
This is a guy who knows his shot inside and out. George gets the ball and knows what to do with it.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Rollins. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Cavs in Cleveland. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for the Milwaukee Bucks. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot. Too bad. Let's hear it for our contestants.
Welcome, folks. The Philadelphia 76ers going head-to-head in what's been a neck-and-neck battle through 2 quarters.
Their focus on defense has been inconsistent. Tough to win with lapses at that end.
Yeah, they got to clamp down in the second half, man. Better communication and multiple efforts.
Moving on, in our game, here are the top performers so far.
Yeah, these two are getting after it. They're working overtime to be the guy. They've got each other fired up.
It's almost like they're playing their own game of one-on-one. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. You look at Giannis Antetokounmpo, what a contribution.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Inside, they have Giannis and Turner. Then it's Green, then there's Gary Trent, and it's Rollins in at the 1. That's Doc Rivers 5 as we get into the second half. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy, and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Guys, back over to you.
You got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report. From deep, Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Second half getting started, about a minute played. Green for 3. They get it back. Turner, soft touch off the glass. Turner's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Playing with real urgency. Turner keeps the play alive. That work ethic from him is just fantastic.
And here's Maxey outside. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. And the 76ers lead by 4.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
For Milwaukee, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And now let's see the most efficient scoring teams around the league this season. 5th best, the Bucks.
The basketball IQ this team possesses is special. They don't rush anything on the offensive end. They take their time and stay patient trying to find the best shot possible.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Rollins passes to Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. Good D by Watford.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Embiid against Antetokounmpo. Embiid misses. Bucks trail by 4. Here's Trent. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
Just a selfless play by Giannis. He knows all eyes are on him, so he dishes to a ready shooter.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Philadelphia moving it around. George for 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got his 5th rebound in this one. You know, when you think about the league's most capable scorers, Paul George has to be on that list, Richard.
When I think of PG, he's just a perfect basketball player. Dunks, threes, mid-range. This man can do it all. And when he's got it going, it's hard to think of a more complete scorer. Oh, we've seen George finish it so many times. PG, this man gets up with ease.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And here is Antetokounmpo. He's got 10. Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Philadelphia's gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Embiid high post. Shoots over Turner. Embiid misses. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing by 2. Trent's shot is off. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Pass to Embiid. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. George, right side, fires from deep. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Rollins. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Sixers ahead. They lead by 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. We've got Jared McCain. Edwards out there with Quentin Grimes. Then it's Maxey, and it's Bona in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pass to Bona. Back to Maxey. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Getting up and finishing. Maxey leaving no doubt.
And here's Milwaukee now. 2-point game. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Maxey. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Catching up on the changes for Milwaukee. Turner, he's checked in for Portis. Green comes in for Kuzma. Trent, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Rollins in for Anthony. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Bona. Watford comes in for Edwards. Paul George, he's checked in for Grimes. And it's Edgecombe in for McCain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Maxey. And Turner with the block.
The offense really feeling the effects of Turner's 7'4" wingspan there.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Here's Rollins. Trent fires. And that misses. That would have put him up. Here's Edgecombe, guarded by Trent. Shot from 12. Antetokounmpo with a rebound. The Bucks trail. Now Turner. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Okay, Miles. Getting aggressive and jamming it in.
Oh, putting in the work. Embiid finishes inside.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Antetokounmpo surveys. Here's Turner. Green! The defensive pressure was right there.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Outside Maxey. Now Embiid. Oh! Embiid packs it down.
And no doubt the ball is going to go to Embiid there. Needing a bucket, and he gets it.
The Bucks trail by 4. Antetokounmpo outside. Whoa! Giannis with a showstopper.
And he is just showing off right now. I mean, he's giving you leadership. Giannis just takes pride in stepping up and hitting those big shots.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? .121 left in the fourth. Banks it home. Big shot.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Now George. Owning the post right there.
And George is great at finishing around the rim. We don't see that in a lot of wings these days.
And the timeout called here by Doc Rivers. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. He encouraged his guys to stick with it, saying, I don't care what the scoreboard says. If we can play hard, that's all that matters. We can be the stronger team. So that's what Coach is looking for.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Antetokounmpo. Yes, sir!
You expect this from an MVP like Giannis. He never gives up on the game. Woo! Gotta love it.
The 76ers have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Embiid! And no one in the vicinity.
And who else do you want in this situation? It's all about Embiid, and he's ready to carry that load.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Outside Trent puts up the tray. That's off. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And an intentional foul right there.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Philadelphia, Joel Embiid. 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
A scoring machine. There's just no shot Embiid's afraid to take.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Oh, it misses. Maxey with it. So this one belongs to the 76ers. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Joel, tonight was a statement win. What is it that people should know about this team?
You know, we tough, especially defensively. That's our motto. We want to guard, we want to get stops, and I think we did that pretty well tonight. But you know, we young, we learning every day, and we're gonna be really good.
The more reps, the better, and a lot to look forward to in the future. Thanks, Joel.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce.